Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. I'm James, and you're watching Blue Dog Aquatics. Now, today we are talking about reptiles at home. As you can see, I actually have several reptiles here, and we'll kind of go into a little bit of who they are. We actually have more around the house, so it's just not these guys, but we wanted to people ask us all the time what animals we keep at home, and I wanted to show some of the people. For starters, we have this little duder. Can you take a guess at what this is? And he's quick. So maybe if I turn his body around. I'll give you a hint. It's a monitor. This is a red Acky. He's just a baby. These guys grow about 12 to 16 inches when they're full grown. You gonna go up and see it, huh? Just checking it out. Looks like he's gonna start going through shed. Yeah, I mean, look at that color pattern. I love Ackies. Now, Ackies, though, they're not the cheapest monitor, even though they are really small. They are kind of pricey. You can spend anywhere from $500 to $1,000 or and on up on them, depending on who they are. The nice thing about Ackies is I'd say like 90% of them are captive bred. And so that is always a plus, because as we've talked about on this channel is um, we like captive bred. We don't like wild because we don't like pulling animals from the wild and depleting the natural resources out there. But yeah, these guys are super, super cool. We've had him for about a week. He We actually have him here at home. We don't have a setup for him at the store yet, and so we wanted him to go through his quarantine process here at home while we get something established. Let's see if we can get a close up. I mean, it's just absolutely insane. These guys are so, so cool. But yeah, this is one of the reptiles that we have here at home. Another one we have is the Leopard Gecko, which he's down here on the bottom. His name is Blaze. And then we have one of our female chameleons. She's up top. Her name is Boo. She's actually bred with Hot Rod. I'm going to put him back real quick. So, now he doesn't want to come off. He's got his own little hiding spot in there. Let's see if we can find where Boo is. Boo. Oh, I see you. Nice big enclosure. Hey, Boo. This is Boo. She's a female Antelope Panther chameleon. She's kind of an older girl. We don't know how much longer she's going to be around, but hopefully for at least another year or two. She's kind of flared up right now because I disturbed her. But you can see the setup that we put in there for her. It's a 36 by 18 by 36 screen enclosure. If you notice, there's lots of tiers in there. That way she has lots of climbing space and lots of just availability of where she wants to hang out. We also have the lights up on top with the UV. We also have that for the Acky too. We have his UV up there, and then we also have his basking spot. But with Boo here, you can see we have several live plants in there for her. These guys are surface drinkers, so they like to drink off the live plants and just move around. Yeah, Boo's really interesting because Boo is kind of like an orange and peach color. You want to come up higher? The crazy thing with chameleons is they they always want to go up higher. You want to go up again? So this tail here, they always, if you notice that she's curling it and hanging on, it's their way of kind of like a fifth leg. They like to support themselves with it. That way, if a gust of wind or something out in Madagascar catches them off guard and knocks their feet off, which they actually have a very good grip. And but if that happens, then they still have their tail attached. And yeah, these guys are just insanely cool. Sorry, I didn't have really anything prepared today for this video. We've been having, so those of you that know my dog Bubba, he's been having some health issues, and his health kind of this morning has been kind of drastically going downhill. And so I've been a little preoccupied with that, but I wanted to kind of give you guys a glimpse of what we have here at home. Downstairs, and actually they'll soon be up here across this wall. We're actually we're bringing up all of our arachnids that we have. We have Goody Sapphire Metallicas and Mexican red knees and lots of jumping spiders. Oh, are they still up here? Nope, they got moved. But yeah, we're gonna do a whole setup up here. Oh, also something that we just got into is we actually just got chickens. We got silky chicks, and we got a barb chick and a red chick. Are you praying, Boo? Is that what you're doing? Or are you learning karate here? And if you didn't know that chickens are reptiles, well, yeah, they are. And if you want, leave us a comment down below, and we could do a whole video on chickens. I'm actually in the process of getting ready to build a huge coop, and so that's going to be a big undertaking. We did get some new stuff at the store. There's a couple of new enclosures, and we actually have, so if you've seen some of our videos or our other channel, Blue Dog Reptiles, we finally got the Eastern collards moved over to a new setup, and then our green tree python Maleficent, who, get this, is actually a boy. Yeah. Went to breed her, who we thought was a her, and who we thought was a her for a long time, and turns out it's a boy. So it's all right. But Maleficent is a red Biak green tree python. So yeah, very cool stuff. What are you doing, Boo? Huh? Some of the other animals that we have here at the house, like I said, we have the Acky monitor, we have our chameleons. We do have more chameleons downstairs. She is just the old girl of the group, so she gets special treatment and all that coming up here. We have Blaze the Leopard Gecko, and we all... Are you trying to get the camera? We have the arachnids. We also have a Mata turtle, and so that's really cool. We have the Mata. He's just a baby right now. We did set up that 6,000-gallon pond outside, but with the weather fluctuating, Matas need to be in warmer temperatures. Ow, that's under my nail. So we had to bring in Mata, and he'll probably be in here for the remaining or the winter. And then we actually picked up an acrylic enclosure down in Texas, and so it's a 137-gallon cube. I know, such an odd size for a cube, but that's what happens when you have custom builds out of acrylic. And it's going to be turned into a almost permanent home for the Mata. Obviously, during the summer, we will we'll kick the mud out with the koi in the koi pond. And so, yeah, what are you doing? Are you trying to get the camera? Help me. But yeah, guys, it's been insane. An update of what's going on around the store. Obviously, we're constantly uh, adjusting and adding new reptiles, new fish. We actually just added in another stage of our RO system, and if you guys remember, like we had quite a few chambers to begin with to accommodate our RO system. But we actually had to add in more because we were having sediment coming through on the live plants and it wasn't good. So we got all that fixed. And again, if you want to see a video on that, we can walk you through step by step on how to do that and how to accommodate that. You were just all over the place today, aren't you? Says cheese. You're actually staying still for 2 seconds. Um, Another thing, we will start trimming out the center island at the store here very soon. Just so I can get it done. It's just something I haven't got around to. We are going to be setting up an arachnid section at the front of the store. I know it's kind of hard to see the arachnids, but because they're behind the counter. Mm-hmm. But some of those are slings and they could be easily pocketed. And, you know, I wish I could have more faith in humanity that people won't steal, but it is what it is. But we're going to do custom acrylic enclosures for the arachnids so that they're more on display. So, sorry about that. Also, we did just get some exciting new things. We got some exciting new projects here at the house. I'm sure some of you saw the wood lathe. Obviously, and please no hateful messages. I know we are still very much beginners and we are still learning as far as how to use it properly, how to get it set up. So no hate on that. If you have any constructive criticism, I'm all for that. Also, another thing that we just got in, and it's actually going to go like right here once I get this shelf built, is we have a 3D printer that we're going to start using. And I'm actually really excited to start working with it and start creating, because we can actually create we can actually create like feeding chambers for our chameleons and different hides for the reptiles and different hides for fish and all that. So it's definitely going to be a learning curve, and I will definitely keep you guys apprised throughout the journey. It's so exciting. I've been wanting a printer or a 3D printer for a while now, and I just hadn't pulled the trigger and I will say, like, um, anytime you get into, and this doesn't just go for, you know, a 3D printer, but whether it's a reptile or a fish or anything like that, make sure to do your research on everything before you get them. I can't tell you how many times that we actually have people come into the store and they're kind of upset with me because I won't sell them an animal because I feel that they're not ready. And guess what? It's nothing against you. It's the fact that I want that animal to be as safe as possible. We take a lot of pride in making sure that our animals are healthy and safe in their enclosures. And guess what? Like when you look at an enclosure, it should take you a few minutes to actually find that animal. And that means that they feel secure in there and or they escaped, like my green tree. But that was a while back. Yeah. She has a whole new setup and she can't pry that door open now. Or he can't pry that door open now. Where are you going? But yeah, definitely do research on any animal you get. The chickens for us here were kind of a impulse, and yes, like I said, chickens are reptiles, and they are something that we just brought to our house. Um, and we can do a whole video on those. What are you doing, Boo? But yeah, do research on anything. The chickens were kind of an impulse because it was something that we had wanted for a while, and we're like, oh, cheap. Dang. Well, see, what they don't get you is like, yeah, it's a $5 chicken, but then you have to build the coop and the run and all that. So, but yeah, I just want to give you guys kind of an overview and a run of some of the reptiles we have here. We actually, the only fish that we have here at the house is our koi out in our koi pond. We also have minnows and guppies out there, and that is food because guppies are breeding machines, and that's actually food for our mata turtle here. Where you going, Boo? Huh? Where you going? You're just an adventurer, aren't you? Look at Boo's color pattern. I mean, that's just insane. You're like a peach. We should have named you Peach. But yeah, like I said, the Acky monitor up here is just a juvenile. Boo is, ooh, Boo's like 4 or 5 years old. No, she can't be that old. I'm gonna say like 3 to 4. She's getting up there for a female anyway, because as you guys know, females don't live as long as males. There's a couple of different theories as to why this is, but um, most of the time it comes down to egg laying. The egg, when they get pregnant and everything, it's very traumatic on their body because they are so much smaller than the males. Um, Boo has been. It's funny. So you guys remember the captain, and then Hot Rod, our male chameleons. Boo, when we first got Boo, she was about 7, 8 months old. Honestly, which is the perfect age to get chameleons if you are going to get them. So I always recommend between 6 and 8 months old. Because trust me, you don't want to deal with babies. Babies are a lot of work. They really are. They eat multiple times a day, and you can look at them wrong and they'll die. It's a royal pain. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? You get the rodeo? Da, 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 da. We did have our bearded dragon here, but his name's Huff, but he's actually at the store now. We were making room because we had the chicks in here to keep them warm, but then we were able to get their coop made outside, and so they're outside now. Um, the joys of having chicks is they're always growing, but yeah. Uh, let's see. Yeah, we don't, like I said, we don't have a whole lot of fish. Oh, we do have a spotted python. She's downstairs. I would grab her, but she's pregnant, and she actually came to me pregnant. They didn't bother telling me she was pregnant. They just surprise, and so I got her in, and I noticed she was a little chunky, and I was like, all right, maybe she's just a little overweight. Well, she was a species of python that I hadn't had before, and so I had Dr. Merkwan, who's our exotic vet, come and check her out. And he's like, I think I feel something, on her belly. And lo and behold, she was holding 5 eggs. And I was like, crap. Like I don't have a bin. I don't breed snakes. I mean, I know enough about snakes, but I don't breed them, and so I'm not equipped. Like I breed chameleons, so like the incubators and everything that we have are set up for chameleons. They're not set up for snakes. And so like I'm like scrambling around to do research and trying to figure out what proper lay bins I needed for the snakes. And but yeah, she's still holding. That was it was about 3-4 weeks ago that we got her, and she's still holding on. She hasn't laid, which I'm hoping that she lays soon. I haven't decided if I'm going to even keep the babies. I might and just do them as like giveaways, just because I don't want to deal with baby snakes. They're a pain as they are, but I mean, spotted pythons are really cool snakes. They're really docile. She went from like being a not really good eater to yeah, she's very food motivated now. So, which I mean is a plus because you get different variations of snakes that can go on kicks. I mean, Molestin, our green treat, I mean, he goes on 8-month kicks where he's just like, nope, not happening. And then he'll come out of it and he eats heavy for 5-6 months, and then he will go on a kick again. He's done it a couple of times to me. And so, yeah, that's always fun. But yeah, I confronted my vendor. I was like, why would you send me a pregnant snake? And they're like, I thought you would be happy. I'm like, why would I be like, okay, yeah, maybe if I ordered a pregnant snake, I would be happy. But the fact that you didn't even tell me that she was pregnant, they're like, oh, well, we were ending our breeding cycle. And so we figured we'd give it to a shop. I'm like, again, that's fine and dandy. If you let me know that she's pregnant, you gave me no inclination to know that she was pregnant. Had my vet not checked her out, I'd been none the wiser. I'd be like, oh, she's getting fat. And then one day, oh, look at all the babies. Yeah. So that's definitely a fun thing that we're tackling here at home. She's set up in a 75-gallon downstairs in our main living room. She's got her lay bin and everything. Yeah. Zach Meyer, yeah, that's so much more effort if she's pregnant. Oh, I know, right? Like, because this snake was supposed to come in and just be a quick sale, and it wasn't supposed to be a snake that I sat on for however long. Because even our vet was like, she could lay in a week, she could lay in 3 months. And so the longer that I have her, the longer it comes down to I can't sell her. So, but I mean, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be cool. Boo, where are you going? um, it's gonna be definitely an adventure with the spotted python, just because I've never personally bred out snakes. I've never dealt with babies, and so it's definitely something that I've been doing a lot of research on, and trying to figure out what all I need. That, you know, we got the lay bin squared away, and we got the enclosure set up. So, but yeah, guys, yeah, we don't have nearly as many reptiles right here as we do at the store, but we do have quite a few at the moment. Like I said, the Acky monitor will be going back to the store eventually. Maybe. I don't know. It's really cute, and my daughter's already in love with him, so I might keep him. We'll see. But yeah, Boo here. We have the Leopard Gecko, which, I mean, honestly, so I will say something about leopard geckos. People always say that bearded dragons, leopard geckos are the easiest out there, but I actually found one that's easier than both combined, and that would be a Pictus gecko. And we actually have one at the store, and apparently about 10 years ago, you could buy them for $10 a piece, and they were very cheap, very affordable. They didn't need UV light. They didn't need heavy basking. They're very handleable and they're very easy to breed. Up until about 2 years ago, where they, for whatever reason, stopped becoming so readily available, and now you have a Pictus gecko that goes from $10 a piece to about 140. I mean, 100 to 140. It's insane on the price that they've gone up. But as far as size and needs, the Pictus gecko doesn't get very big. It actually is smaller than the leopard gecko and the bearded dragon, and the overall cost of the initial setup is far cheaper. So, which and that surprised me. I know everybody, like, they see the bearded dragons and the leopard geckos, like, oh. I had one lady come in. She was all about buying a leopard gecko until she found out it was an insectivore. And for those of you that might not know, insectivores mean that, just like chameleons here, like Boo here, she's an insectivore, which means that her primary diet is insects. Mealworms, dibia roaches, lobster roaches. Yeah, that's all they eat. They don't eat fruits and veggies like a bearded dragon does. Or, well, a Euromastic is just, they just eat collard greens and mustard greens. You are getting all kinds of spicy. But guys, I got to wrap this up. I have to take my pup up to the vet to see how his health's doing today. He kind of, like I said, kind of at the start of the video, we knew this was coming. He is going on 8 years old, which I know is young for younger for a German Shepherd, but his health's kind of been spiraling the last couple of years, and this morning kind of was a clear indication of that. He's normally very active and moving around, and he's not so much. I don't think that we'll have him very much longer, which is really, really going to kill me, because I've had Bubba since he was 8 weeks old, and it's going to be very difficult without him. Zach Meyer, Ackies are so good. Would love to have one. Just looked up the Pictus gecko. So cute, like a mix of Cresty and a leopard. Absolutely. They are 100% like a concoction of the Pictus gecko, or of the leopard and the Cresty. Oh, sorry, autocorrect. Yeah, we're gonna go take him up to the vet today. So hopefully they have him on shots right now, to kind of help, because he has really bad hip dysplasia. And if you don't know, like, when dogs have hip dysplasia, they actually shift their weight forward, and so you'll notice they'll actually start limping on their front legs, and that's to ease the pain of their back hips. And Bubba's been doing that for a little bit. They had him on some like cortisone shots and stuff like that to help ease the pain. But like I said, today he's not himself. So we're gonna go up and get him checked out. Are you trying to get to my hat? Is that where you're trying to go, and Boo? Huh. But guys, I gotta jump off here, and stay tuned. I actually have something very cool scheduled for next Monday, so stay tuned for that. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing that. We love to see our channel grow, and that's actually one of the coolest things, is seeing people come into my store, and they actually, I mean, they don't even see me, they just hear my voice. And we had this at Aquashella too, where people would come up that have seen our TikTok or either one of our YouTube channels, and they come up, they're like, oh my God. They're like, we know you. And I'm like, and so I introduce myself like I do to everybody. I'm like, hey, I'm James. They're like, we know you're James. I'm like, okay. But if you guys haven't and you enjoyed this channel, make sure to give us a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing so we continue to grow this channel and spread the knowledge of all these amazing reptiles. So stay tuned next Monday. Our other channel, Blue Dog Reptiles, will have another video coming out on Friday. If you haven't done so already, we also do have a podcast on Anchor, which you can also follow on Spotify. It covers a wide variety. Right now, we're in season 2. Today is actually episode 2, where we're working on reptiles this season. The first season is kind of a variety of different topics, but yeah, season 2 is all about reptiles, and then season 3 will all be all about fish, and then we'll get into arachnids and shrimp and all the good stuff. So this is Boo. I'm James. Thanks for watching, and as always, guys, your tank or mine. Thanks for watching. Yep.